this is how you would create the knockout technique with this particular SVG that I have shared. So we're going to go to, let's see, let me delete this. All right, we're going to go, oh, hey. All right, so I've already uploaded it. So I'm going to add it to my canvas. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is ungroup it. Now with slice, if you don't know, you can only slice 2 things at one time. So with all of these different layers, we need to shrink it down a little bit. So while I'm holding shift down, I'm going to select all the red parts. There we go. I'm going to left click and weld. Good. Now with shift held down, I'm going to select all the black parts. Right click. Did I say left click before? I didn't mean to. Right click weld. Perfect. Okay. So now you can see we have 2 different layers over here. So now we'll create the names. I will do mine. Okay. Now another thing that you can do with Design Space is character map. So with this particular font, it comes with a lot of extra characters. So if you don't already, you'll want to use character map. And I have it opened up to I Love Glitter already, but here you can see all of the different options that come with the font that you're not going to have access to in just Design Space. So I'm going to find some little connecting hearts. Where's the open one? There we go. Okay, so here we go. I've selected this one. Then I'm going to hit copy. Go back to the Design Space, hit text again. And I'm going to hit Control V. I'm on a Windows computer. If you're on a Mac, it's Command or however you paste in your program. Okay, so now I have this character imported in from a different program. Now I need to not have these together. So I'm going to hit ungroup. What I should have done is type them all out separately. So I've just kind of created an extra step for myself. But anyhow, so you'll hit ungroup. And I'm going to keep all the names together. Let's see. I'm going to weld that. I'm going to weld the names together. Just each name. Okay, so now I need one more of these. I'm going to highlight this and hit duplicate. Gonna line these up. Another way to kind of line up everything perfectly is if you change it to a different color that's not so dark. So not gray and not black. So let's see if can I change all these? Okay, so we're going to change all these to just a lighter color. Okay, so now you can see the stroke line or the cut line, that black outline. And you'll be able to line everything up pretty perfectly. Oh, except for here. Do you see what I did right there? So the only way to fix that is hit my back button a bunch of times. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to retype it. And the reason it did that is because the L is too close to the E. So let's get rid of that one. And is it going to do it again? It did. Okay. So now we're going to hit back, and this is how you fix it. Oh, we got to ungroup it. I'm going to take my E and move it just ever so slightly the other direction. There we go. Okay, so now it's good. And then we'll go back to pink just so it's easier to see. There we go. Okay, so we'll line this guy up here. And I want to make sure that they're even. So I'm going to hit Col, and then I'm going to select Max. And then I'm going to come up here to align and align to the bottom. Okay, so now they're good. And then Then we'll move Lily out of the way. We'll take this one. Good. And this one. Ooh. Oh, sensitive. Okay. And good. Okay, so this one. Oh, hey. Okay, Lily, Shift, Cole, and Max. We'll just align all those to the bottom. There we go. Let's move this guy down just a little. Oh, shoot. Okay. Good, good. Okay. So I'm going to select all of those, and I'm going to weld that together. Good. Now we've lost all those little tiny cut lines, so now it will be one continuous piece of vinyl instead of cut each individual letter. Okay, so now we're going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we need to create an offset around it. So with this selected, we're going to come over here. There we go. I like the size of that, 0.25, so I'm going to hit apply. You can change it with the little bar. All right, so now we'll move that away. I'm going to duplicate this. You'll see why in a second. We're going to need it a second time. So now I'll come over here. Let's change that. Okay, this is just to be able to see it. And I maybe would have wanted that a little bit smaller, but you size it however you want. You can have it larger, smaller, whatnot. Do you see this line or this little tiny dot right here? I obviously didn't see it because it's black. So I don't want that to cut right there. So I'm going to come over here to contour. And there it is. I don't want that, so I'm going to select it right there. Now it's gone. Okay, so we'll line this up on our word. Good. So like I said earlier, you can only select two things, or excuse me, you can only slice two things from each other. Okay, so we're going to find it's on the offset right now. So we're going to, with shift held down, we're going to select the black offset, or excuse me, the black weld result. And we'll come down here to slice. Good. Now we'll bring up our other one. Oh, let's bring that to the top. We'll come over here to arrange, send to front. There we go. Line this up pretty perfectly on the blue. Good. Now we're going to select the red weld result and that black offset. There we go. And then we're going to slice. Perfect. Okay. And then, let's see, we just want to grab without, there's a lot of little parts in here that can get kind of messy. So I'm just going to click and drag over just the word mama that's been sliced out. And bring her down here. All right. There we go. Now, when you cut your vinyl, you can see it's going to be on one whole continuous sheet. You know, you can't, those spots will be there. It'll be easy to line up. And same with the black one. Everything will line up pretty easily. Oh, can't really see it like that. When you cut it out of your vinyl. All right, great. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching.